Right, so in this video, I'm going to go through how I passed the stage 1 Ftmo in 55 minutes using a new EA that we're currently testing, exploring and developing that we've created from scratch that basically trades high impact news with a specific risk per trade, varying levels of risk to rewards on them trades. And when we get news, the movement and catching that movement, it's enabled us to do this in 55 minutes. Now, I traded NFP and made 3.7%, which was the Friday before. I then explored some back testing on the CPI news event for the whole of 2022 that helped me identify the specific settings that I was going to run in the market for that CPI news release, which I did. Clearly, there was a big move. It then transposed into banking substantially on that day. And as with anything that I share, I'll always make sure I try and break it, prove it, do it first. And that was why I copied this account straight to a Ftmo challenge from the master account where the EA was running. So in this video, I'm going to show you the metrics. I'm going to show you the master account. I'm going to show you at the end a video recording of the terminal that was recorded live whilst the news release was happening. Get your popcorn ready because it's quite interesting, and also the recording from the phone screen too. We did experience some slippage, which is always going to be expected in a high impact news release as well. So instead of losing 1% on some of the trades, we did lose more, but also that work to banking more and just accepting the fact that you just got to accept that if you're trading news, that's going to happen, right? So here's the account, shows 20,144 on the day. I could have actually have made more, but as soon as I got to $19,900, I then shrunk down how the copier was copying, so just needed a little bit more to tickle over. I'm now playing the game with the days, minimum trading days, because obviously I need 10 and I'm on 3 right now. So you can see here, look, the risk to reward that we were able to grab. There was 17 trades, well actually on CPI day, 14 trades, 108 lots. We've got a profit factor of 2.2, win rate of 35%. This will have a low win rate, but the risk to reward on these trades is massive, to be fair. So that's why we've got an average profit of 6,000 versus an average loss of 1,519. You can see the trades here. I'm going to show you an example of some of the testing and the due diligence that I'd taken to prepare for this, right? So trading is about the preparation. It's not about the execution. The execution should be the easy bit. What's challenging in the market right now is the market predictability, because markets are changing. These news releases are substantial. Interest rates, bank rate decisions, inflation, CPI, GDP, whatever it might, NFP, they're all moving the market quite substantially. So I basically looked into back testing, stop losses in pips, risk to reward, what times to set these in effect market orders for the automated execution. So I was sat having a coffee with a mate of mine on the day of CPI, just watching, because I didn't have to do anything. We were letting these tests and this data play out. So this basically trading the news release before and after. Now, obviously, if you were funded with Ftmo, you couldn't trade 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after. We could still use this news EA to trade after the news. Now, my experience and logic tells me that we see two things happen on a news release, really. We see the immediate whipsaw effect of the huge move up or down in whatever order of event that comes. We sometimes see a false move before then the trend and the strong move comes after. Hence why I wanted to explore trading before. So we catch that immediate news release and then explore after. Now, removing the guesswork with automated trading enables me to back test to previous news releases, get a flavor and a feel for what's going to work, what might play out. And obviously just accept the fact that that doesn't mean or guarantee that it's going to. But obviously on this CPI news release, it showed that the data and how that moved really did play out quite nicely. Here's an example of the USD CAD back test. So this is year to date. I've done also a robust in sample and out of sample test here, but this is the full data. So this was a 54,500 net profit with 4% drawdown and just on 38 trades. This was the equity curve. So you can see here the risk to reward at play in just trading that one pair. Okay, so the terminal here, so this was the day, this was the CPI day. And you can see here that basically I've got various options within the news release EA to choose what news events I want to trade. It'll do it automatically. Once it's set up, it will read the news event and it will execute the trades in the way that I've set them in the settings automatically. And here are the trades. So here we got slippage on EU because this is programmed to trade 1% risk per trade. So here we got over 9R on UJ, and that was hit take profit here, and that managed to grab, yeah, I mean, look at the stop loss, 10 pip stop loss, managed to grab 9 to 1. So yeah, EU here as well. You can see the size of the winners versus the losers, apart from that one bit of slippage. So that's it. We're still going to explore this, but I didn't want to miss the moment of what we're exploring and testing. We've got PPI on Tuesday, subject to when this video is released too. I don't expect that moves the market as much as CPI and FP and FOMC. However, I'm going to continue to live test these markets. My routine is basically this. I'll back test in sample and out of sample to that news release using whatever pairs are related to that news release at the time. From looking at the data, I'm going to stick with major pairs, and yeah, let's see how further news releases play out. And then we'll make a decision how we use this tool in terms of POW and what we do. But it's quite exciting to see that instead of avoiding a news release because of the uncertainty that that might bring, if we've got a tool that we can execute to that for challenge passes, for traded funded accounts, only Ftmo have got the news rule. This also isn't anything that isn't executable in a live market because I've proved that I can copy that account and also get the job done. And, what's to say you don't have to risk 1%? You could risk more and trade less pairs, or you could risk a lot less and just bring it into your normal trading strategies too. And even if you traded 0.1% on this, you'd have still made 2% on the day. So there's lots of scope and variables. Coming up right now is a video of how the news played out live because we recorded the terminal. So you've got a video of the terminal and a video of the phone terminal as well. So yeah, as I said, go and get the popcorn and watch how this played out in real time.